After our recent flooding, there will be an investment in more area flood gauges. The Lower Colorado River Authority has announced they will spend $300,000 on 5 new river gauges.
They say those gauges help them predict when and where flooding will happen. KXAN's Chris Sadeghi went to one place that could benefit.
So I've never seen it that bad.
For decades, Arthur Cuellar has had his own way to gauge floods.
When I see that water gets to this last step right here,
And 2 weeks ago, it overflowed.
and it started to come all on top of the ground here,
A sign that it is time.
that's when I said, that's it, I gotta get out of here.
Water wrecked a lot of things on River Road near Cedar Creek, enough for the LCRA to spend some cash.
It made it apparent that we needed to add some additional monitoring in that area.
When forecasting the weather, you look to the sky. When forecasting flooding, you look to the river. This has been a blind spot on the Colorado, and now the LCRA wants to see.
It's a rural area. It's an area that also we haven't had that type of monitoring there previously.
They want to add 5 new gauges that will help them predict and warn when flooding could happen. Places along the river like FM 969, Upton, and Weberville,
That I think it would help, yes.
where Arthur lives, so that next time he won't have to cut it so close.
I barely made it out, but I did, and I was lucky.
From Cedar Creek, Chris Sadeghi, KXAN News.
The LCRA says it hopes to have the new gauges in place in 3 to 6 months. And just a few months ago, KXAN discovered there were very few gauges along the Colorado River. For example, there is a flood gauge in Austin near Highway 183, but the next flood gauge is more than 27 miles downstream, all the way in Bastrop. And earlier this month, KXAN revealed disaster prevention funding for things like flood gauges was sent to the wrong account, $6 million worth. But now the governor is fixing the problem. His office last week said the funds would be released.
A lot of folks get